Assalamualaikum, my name is Halimatul Saada binti Muhammad Noor. My metric number is 077877.
My name is Nurin Hazika binti Sembilan. My metric number is 077736.
I'm Nuridayatul Aisyah binti Amran, metric number 076785.
My name Nur Fatin Najihah binti Rosli, metric number 079433.
The topic that our group choose is the stress factors among students because the topics of stress among students is very close and appropriate to our situation as we are still students. What is stress? According to WHO, stress can be defined as a state of worry or mental tensions caused by a difficult situation. Stress is a natural human response that prompts us to address challenges and threats in our life. Everyone experiences stress to some degree. The way we respond to stress, however, makes a big difference to our overall well-being. The articles explore about factors that can contribute to stress among university students and aims to identify the main causes factor stress that related to academic students. The article stress factor that we are studying is among nursing students in higher institutions in Pakistan, in Middle Eastern university students, and lastly Bangladeshi university students. The all article use the online survey method to collect the data despite have a different questionnaire and number of participants, but they have the most significance that related causes of stress among university students. In this article have some theory that use such as diathesis stress model, Lazarus and Feldman coping theory 1984 and foreign language anxiety theory, Harvis. The findings of the articles about the factor stress is heavy academic workload, living on campus, having trouble sleeping and concentrating during class, heavy relationship problems, problem focus coping, resilience and psychological well-being. The all factors have a significant contribute to causes stress among university students. The overall article say if the student cannot control their emotional and that's made easier to get the stress due to can lead to reduce their ability to cope with challenging situations. Each of these stress-related factors is interconnected and strongly associated with emotional regulation. The author argued that stress does not only come from academic burdens, but also from social and emotional. All articles show that these factors had a significant relationship with stress level and academic performance. The findings also show that coping skills and social support are important to protect against high-level stress.
Objective for Article 1 is to compare the level academic stress between first year and 4-year nursing student. Next, to analyze the relationship between academic stress, mental health, anxiety, depression, coping strategies, and resolution. Number 3, to determine whether resolution reduces or mediates the negative impact of the academic stress on psychological well-being. Objective for Article 2 is identify the factors associated with PTSD symptoms among university students in Bangladesh after 1 year of living with the COVID-19 pandemic. Next, measure the prevalence of provisional PTSD among Bangladesh university students during the pandemic. Number 3, examine the influence of socio-demographic variables such as gender, income, and location on the likelihood of developing PTSD. Objective for Article 3 is to identify the factors that cause stress among first-year undergraduate students in higher education institutions in Pakistan. Next, to examine language-related challenges, especially weak English-speaking skill that contribute to student stress. Number 3, to assess the relationship between perceived stress and academic achievement. Objective for Article 4 is to measure the level of perceived stress among university students in Qatar using the PSS4 scale. Next, to identify which demographic and lifestyle factors such as gender, country of origin, resident, sleep, diet and exercise are linked to higher stress level. Number 3, to examine how stress affects academic performance and life satisfaction such as concentration in class and overall well-being.
Now, we move to the critics section. For this section, we're gonna start with article number 1. The title is Stress, Mental Health and Protective Factor in Nursing Student, an Observational Study. According to this journal, there are several strengths and weaknesses. We're gonna see one by one. At first, about strengths. For the strengths, research used several recent studies to obtain a percentage of data related to factor influencing stress in college students. Second, the title is relevant. Then the research explained the objective clearly. This research also used descriptive value data to help support analysis such as correlation and regression. This is to help assess the relationship between dependent variable and independent variable. For the weakness, we can see that the study not representative of the entire student population. The scope was too narrow, it only focused on first and fourth year student nursing. This study does not include questionnaire, whereas questionnaire is important. This is related to the Raghunathan and Kadaf 2020 state that questionnaire are most useful for study, investigating knowledge, belief, value, self-understanding, and self-perception. Now, we move to the article number 2. The title is about assessing stress-causing factor and language-related challenge among first-year students in higher institutions in Pakistan. We start with the strength. The outdoors didn't rely on number alone. The actual talk to students and interview quotes like S2, S5 and S6 and make the finds real and relatable. This research applied the mixed method approach that can show stress from two angles, which is what students say and what the data show. Third, this article using perceived stress scale to measure stress level among students. For the weakness, some part of this article is incomplete. The outdoor mention the result but don't explain why it is wrong. The study often present result without digging deeper. We get the number but not the why. The literature review is quite long and list of citation rather than a focused discussion. There are some part drift away from the main topic, but overall the article is good. But the analysis could be deeper and more balanced. We move to the article number 3. The title is about factors associated with post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms among Bangladeshi students after 1 year of COVID-19 pandemic. We're gonna see one by one. For the first, we go to the strength. The period of time for this article is taken approximately in 17 days, but the data collected is 2,100 from Bangladeshi students through online survey. Second, the analysis is very convincing and strict due to the participant. This is to avoid any bias. Third, the procedure of collecting data is more flexible to students. The study presents in a well-structured manner and it is supported by clear and comprehensive analytic data. The last one is the study also provides on how Bangladeshi students reduce their stress. Next, we move to the weakness. The research does not go through deeply with the method of how data were collected about socio-demographic. And the conclusion female is higher stress is not accurate due to insufficiently data support. Next, we go to the last article for the critics section. The title is about factors associated with perceived stress in Middle Eastern university students. For the strength, this article used Perceived Stress Scale or PSS. This is according to Sohaila Sharma et al. 2021. The Perceived Stress Scale developed by Cohen in 1918 was used in study to measure stress level among students. This study also strengthened by the application of quantitative research. This application to prove reliability. The respondents were sampled from various university courses, And the last, for the weakness, this study requires a considerable amount of time to be updated periodically, especially when involving university students, as stress is a global issue affecting the entire population.
There are several suggestions for improvement to ensure that the articles are of better quality, credibility, and relevant. Firstly, researchers can further broaden the scope of the study to include all students from all years of university. Researchers can look at alternative perspectives by involving different years of study because the factors are different depending on the academic load according to the year. This allows researchers to make more comprehensive comparisons. Researchers also can collect more respondents in among students at university to get the most accurate data about the factor stress. When used the big sample data, this can lead to get the best result and can show the best significance about factor stress. Because stress among students does not only come from finance or workload, factors like confidence, personality, family pressure, or even social investment can have a big influence. Adding this viewpoint would make the study more complete. Secondly, the article can be improved by adding additional evidence such as incorporate additional stress factors that may be more closely related to student circumstances such as financial, personal, or career-related issues. Besides, researchers should include questionnaires that have been used to collect data so that readers can evaluate the validity and reliability of the instrument more clearly. Researchers can also add evidence by informing the source of the questionnaire so that the reader knows that the instrument is legal to use. Another improvement of the article is give more explanation for the extremely strong correlation. The researcher could discuss whether heavy workload, lack of copy skill, or family expectation play a part of stress factor. Putting some real-life context would help reader understand the situation better. For the future studies, it is recommended to expand the questionnaire to include more precise questions that more related to stress factor in university students. Researchers also should give a more concrete suggestion like English bridging classes, peer mentoring system, or stress management workshop that would make the article more useful for universities. Furthermore, to improve the article in the future, researchers can establish clear research questions. According to Mikhail Nozansky, research questions are clear, concise, and open-ended questions. They serve as the foundation for research-based tasks and guide the entire research process. This is crucial in determining the direction and scope of the study to ensure that the information obtained is relevant to the research topic and can be used to draw a correct conclusion. Apart from clear research questions, researchers should give a clearer methodological explanation, especially on how language challenges were assessed in interviews. This would make the research can be repeated to see if the results are the same or not.
The study concluded that a large proportion, 56.76% of university students in Bangladesh show symptoms of provisional PTSD, even after a year into the pandemic. Several factors significantly increase PTSD risks, including social media bullying, distancing from loved ones, relationship conflict, feeling like a burden, lockdown stress, limited healthcare access, and losing family members to COVID-19. Female students were more likely to develop PTSD symptoms compared to male. On the other hand, students who engaged in talking to family or friends had a low likelihood of experiencing PTSD. The study emphasized the need for further clinical assessment, detailed research, and preventive mental health strategy to reduce PTSD risk among university students during public health crisis. The study concluded that first-year students face high stress due to heavy academic workload, financial problems, lack of support, competitive academic environments, and English language difficulties. higher stress levels were associated with lower academic achievement. Differences in stress were also observed based on gender and institution type. The study emphasized the need for more support service, financial assistance, language support programs, and a more balanced academic environment to help students adjust better during their first year. The study found that first-year nursing students experience higher academic stress than four-year students. Academic stress negatively affects mental health by increasing anxiety and depression. Coping strategies and resolution act as protective factors that help reduce the negative effects of stress and improve psychological well-being. The study highlights the need for intervention that strengthen student resilience and coping skills in nursing education program. The study found that many university students experience high stress. Female students, international students, and those living off campus show higher stress level. Poor sleep, eating when bored, and low self-discipline also increase stress. High stress made it harder for students to concentrate in class and low day life satisfaction. The study concluded that universities should help students build better coping skills to improve their mental health and academic performance.